Welcome, viewers. We are live from the Ontario Soccer Centre for game 1 of 2 of varsity soccer. We'll be kicking things off with the women's team as the 6-0 Humber Hawks will take on the 3-4 Conestoga Condors. And Mokros Rashahi here to call the game alongside my broadcast partner, Sydney Jackson. And Sydney, some weather conditions here. It'll be interesting to see how it will affect this game. So here's Zanardi for Humber. To Spratt. That's Pelletier who gives it right back to Phillip. Phillip ends up turning it over. And here's Pelletier, goes right back to Phillip.
Humber's doing a really great passive game to start off.
And Pelletier just trying to make some room here. And Pelletier still just keeps it right in bounce. Here's Mackey. To Piazza. And Mackey gets it right back. She's going to just pass it into the box, and it goes right into the goalkeeper's hands.
So yeah, Humber's trying really hard to get the ball into the box the beginning of the game here to put on the pressure.
And Spratt, she ends up turning it over, but Piazza ends up making up for it with a turnover as she gets it right back. But Humber gives away possession. And Spratt's shot is blocked there. Piazza's shot also blocked.
Humber's doing a really great job here opening up the play.
And Piazza is going to pass it on to the wing. Spratt ends up passing it as well, and the cross into the box is blocked, so it will be a corner kick for Humber.
So right here is the corner kick, so I think they're going to do like their last game. They're going to try and put it in the far end.
So Conestoga, they're just trying to clear it right now. Humber still with possession of the ball. Phillip with the pass right outside the box, and it goes straight to the goalkeeper. Here's Mackey.
Humber is really keeping them on their toes at the moment here, and they're putting the pressure on first thing to try and get this goal here.
And Conestoga, they're forced to scramble and attempt to clear the ball again. Ended up just hitting it over the line, so Humber is going to get a throw-in. Phillip now, she's going to cross it in. It ends up getting past Conhoto. And Piazza to Pelletier. Back to Phillip. And this is Giannone, number 10 for Humber, the fifth-year player from Mississauga. Piazza's short pass there is just intercepted. Conestoga is just going to clear it right out. So Humber is just going to get the ball back as Giannone was resetting there. And Piazza is going to look to make another run here. Dekes it towards her left foot. Chips it to Zanardi. And Conhoto's pass is intercepted in the box. And Conestoga, they're just forced to continue to try to clear the ball. They can't do so. So Humber with the pressure.
Humber is doing a really great passive play, which is really benefiting them to get into keep it in their end.
And Mackey's pass almost gets past Pelletier. She has to keep it in. So now Humber, they're forced to reset in their own half of the field, with Phillip giving it to Piazza. Conhoto's shoes having some trouble with it. And so here's Conestoga. They haven't had possession for too long in this game, and you see Humber, they're just putting a lot of pressure on the Condors.
Switch of the play.
And we've seen Piazza get involved here early on with lots of touches. Pelletier, short pass to Mackey. Mackey's just trying to get around the Condors player. That's number 4 of the Condors. That's Hannah Wharton.
Humber's really doing well here, putting the pressure on.
And Pelletier, that pass almost got by her, so she does end up keeping it in bounds. Humber with another throw, and they're just going to give it right back to Phillip. And Phillip, the defender, she's going to have to reset and bring it back. Giannone now, she's going to give it right back to the goalkeeper, Fiore. Fiore making her 7th start for the Humber Hawks. Good pass there by Piazza. This is Shanice Bennett, number 19. To Mackey. She goes to her back heel, goes again. And despite Humber, they're having control of the ball, just can't get much going offensively. You're going to start to see what they can do here with Pelletier, but Mackey, she ends up giving away to Wharton. And the Condors are just going to continue to try to clear it out. Bennett.
The pressure is still being put on here, and they're doing a great job with keeping the opposing team on their toes.
And Piazza, she misses her tackle there. She tried to make a play on the ball. So here come the Condors. And they're just going to give it right back to Pelletier. Mackey also putting some pressure there. And here come the Condors. Maybe they're going to make a run here. Haven't had too much control of the ball. As Brianna Senford gets tackled there. Mackey also takes a fall of her own. And they're going to ultimately whistle it back.
So Humber is going to have a great chance here to try and get in the net.
So they're going to bring the ball back to where the foul occurred on the play, and it will be Phillip taking the free kick here. She's probably going to look to make a play in the box. And here is Zanardi. Her 9 goals lead the Humber Hawks, of course. Janone to Spratt. She ended up passing it to the wing. And here's Bennett. Good position in the box. But she does not get a clean shot off, and the goalkeeper is just going to make an easy stop there. Wharton.
Humber's doing a really great job with keeping the ball at their feet, and they're not forcing anything.
Mackey, she's going to just cross it in as well. Conhota having some trouble there. She's going to end up sliding and making a good pass there. So Humber still with the ball. Mackey now. Good pass there, but unfortunately Piazza, her pass just goes to nobody. So maybe some miscommunication there on the end of Humber. But Piazza doing a good job of blocking that pass there, forcing a throw in for the Condors.
The Condors here are really not letting anything happen here. They're playing a very defensive game here.
The Condors, they've just been kept at bay here. Have only been able to just kick the ball out and attempt to clear it. Haven't been able to get much else going. They're going to look to change that here. Good pressure there by Rebecca Spratt. Spratt taking on 2 players. She ends up getting the ball right back. So good play there by the second-year forward, Rebecca Spratt.
Great switch of play. It's really opened up the game here, and they're really getting some give and goes going and some good plays.
And that was Pelletier who did the give and go with Phillip. Phillip made a nice attempt to just run into the box, but of course the ball was ultimately taken off her legs. So the Condors now, they're going to have the throw-in with Wharton. Excuse me, that would be number 8, actually, Brianna Senfer. Now this is Wharton. And her pass to Lintak. And we're going to call it right back. I believe Lintak, yes, she did get fouled there. Of course, Amy Lintak is tied for first on goals on this team with 5. She's tied with Tiffany Lenslink.
This free kick might be a redemption to keep it in the Humber zone here, so the third defenseman can kind of get a rest.
Humber doing a good job of just getting the ball right back. And they're going to reset with Fiore. He's going to make the short pass to Phillip. And you see the focus they're putting on Julia Zanardi there. Tied for 4th in the OCAA in points with 18. So one of the better players in the entire league.
They're playing a really passive game here, which is really giving them opportunities to keep it in the opponent zone and have a better chance to pop one in.
And here's Mackie. She's been doing a good job of getting around past these Condor players. You see a swarm of players on her, freeing up for Shanice Bennett, and good job by the goalkeeper running up and collecting that ball as Shanice Bennett had a clean look right at the net.
It was a nice play there. Way to have the give and goes and the opening up.
And of course, the starting goalkeeper for the Condors is Michelle Kiley. She's been splitting time with the other Condors goalkeeper Burgess, but Kiley, she's ends up getting her 2nd consecutive start here. Fiore this time making a longer pass to Pelletier. And Bennett to Mackie. So Humber just swinging around here. Piazza is going to continue to do so, switching sides.
Really playing a great game here. No panics, and they're really trying to make things happen.
And they almost gave it away there. This time it looks like they almost just did it again. Mackie doing a good job though, coming right back and getting the ball. And she's just going to give it right to Piazza. Excuse me, that would be Rachel Spratt.
Great
And
cross.
yeah, the pass in the to the box goes right over Zanardi's head. But Phillip, who's been doing a good job early on in this game, playing the ball in her end of the zone. Mackie, this time she has more space, gonna elect to take a long shot. Kiley tracks that one down, makes a good save there.
Humber's really putting the pressure on here. They really want to pop one in.
And the Condors, they've just been playing with some desperation here. As soon as they get the ball, they just end up just attempting to clear it right out, hoping one of the forwards will get it up and make a clear run to the net. Hasn't been working out for them, but we'll see what can change here off the free kick. And here's Humber again. Good job defensively for them. So they're going to look to counterattack here with Kanhoto with it.
Humber's doing a great job opening up the place and trying to make things happen.
And we saw Bennett, she had a good attempt earlier in the game. Good job of getting in the box, gets tackled down. Of course, no penalty there. It will take a lot to get a penalty call. Just not enough contact on that play. But Humber back right with the ball. They ended up actually giving up to the Condors, and they just end up giving it right out back to Humber. Here's Zanardi. And her pass looks like, yeah, it does go past the goal line, so a goal kick for Kiley.
Humber is still pushing pressure on the Condors here, and they're still not letting up.
And the Condors, they have not been able to get much going at all. But the Hawks, they just have not been able to get a rhythm of their own. So both teams here are still just searching for that early goal. Piazza to Spratt.
Humber's really getting first to the ball and making great plays here. They've been a little unlucky, but it's coming.
And Conhoto, they're going to look to turn things around here with Bennett now. Bennett making some space there. And a bit of miscommunication there, as both Bennett and Piazza are probably expecting one of them to get the ball, and neither of them ends up doing so. And Zanardi gets tackled there. No foul. And this time the Condors player number 4 gets tackled, Hannah Wharton, the first-year player from Cambridge.
This free kick might be some redemption as well. Try and keep it in the other end.
And it's Brianna Senfer. She's going to end up kicking this. Senfer has 4 goals on this team. Ranks 3rd in points as well with 8. And she's going to clear this as well. So Humber forced to play it on their end of the field. And they're going to look to go with Phillip to get the ball out, and they do so with Mackey now with some space. Mackey making a good run there. I believe she was looking for a pass to Zanardi. It does not come anywhere near her, but Mackey, good job of getting the ball right back on that turnover. Good deke there. And her cross ends up being blocked, so a corner kick. Good job by Haley Mackey not giving up on that play. And they're actually going to say it's a goal kick. Looked like the defender of the Condors tipped that one on the slide to tackle there.
Once again, Humber was got there first, so now they're going to have game possession and try and move up the play.
They look to go in the middle with Bennett. She's having some trouble with it. Ends up getting it right back to Piazza, and her short pass to Zanardi is intercepted. And a big tackle there on number 20. That's Amy Lintag. We mentioned her earlier. One of the leading scorers for this Condor team. And Lintag, of course, the 5th-year player from Milton. So it looks like the Condors are just going to be packing it in defensively. And they're just going to try to continue to just hold on here as the Hawks are just trying to build momentum of their own. That time it was Bennett. And they're going to be calling a foul on Zanardi. So Senfer now with the free kick on the edge of the box.
Humber's still putting on the pressure.
And I was just going to say, yeah, the pressure's still on by Humber as they intercepted that pass there. But they give it right back, and then they just take it right back. So both teams here with some back and forth play. Neither of them able to get much going here.
Good switch of the play here. I like how Humber does that, and how they are controlling the game here.
And Mackey, she's been tough to get the ball off of. Makes a good run there, but she has been struggling a bit with her passes. Piazza to Mackey, almost intercepted there as well.
The midfield is generating great balls through and trying to pass around the defenseman here for Humber.
Mackey, she's going to end up taking that shot as well. Goes right over the crossbar. But a good attempt there by Haley Mackey.
Notice here the Condors are kicking it up to try and get out of their end here to get a rest and try and see if they can create some offense.
Of course, we mentioned at the top of this broadcast, the Condors, they are a 3-4 team. They lost their most recent game this past Sunday against Cambrian. They went down 3-0 in their defeat. So they're going to look to change their fortunes here. Still not able to get much going, though. But 2 of their 3 wins did come on the road, and they do statistically play better on away games. Just seems like they're going to be playing it safe here, though, in the early goings of this first half.
Yeah, as you were saying, they're playing a very defensive game here.
Of course, the Condors, they only allow 2.43 goals. That's their average. Humber, they're also a good defensive team of their own, have only allowed 3 goals all year long.
Yeah, it's because they play a passive game here and they like to talk on the field, and it creates a lot more opportunities playing as a team here.
Also have to give credit to the play of Rachel Spratt. What a big part she is for this Humber defensive line. And despite controlling most of this game, Humber, they're also not able to get much shots off themselves. We did see Haley Mackey. She has the ball here. She was able to get one as it went over the crossbar, though. The closest attempt Humber has had into scoring a goal. Mackey looking to make something happen again. Zanardi's going to have to play back to Piazza. Kenhoto now. Going to turn around and her short pass to Zanardi. Intercepted, and Condors, as soon as they get the ball, they're just looking to clear it right back down. And you see that again, and Fiore, she's going to be playing outside the box.
Seems as the Condors just want to kick the ball out of their end here. They're trying to play more defensive than they're trying to play offensive here.
And it might be the case. Maybe the Condors might want to play for a tie here, or maybe they just want to start putting more offensive pressure in the closing stages of this game. But still an interesting strategy here.
It's working, though, because Humber's been very unlucky here.
Of course, the entire coaching staff of the Condors in their first year, led by Peter Mackey along with Stuart Mackey, so that could be just a case of the new coaching staff changing their approach for this team. Hoto looking to give it to Piazza. Piazza, she ended up actually running back, so couldn't make a clean play on the ball. She ends up getting it, though, and now Phillip going to give it back to Zanardi. Here's Mackey. What a good job she's been doing of just making some plays happen. Ends up getting tackled down there, and no foul. Just going to go right back. A give and go there with Piazza. Janone, she ended up trying to intercept at her own, so she had to play ahead. And it looked like the player just slipped there. I'm not sure if it was a tackle there by Janone. The referee also believed it was a slip, so no foul call. But that was a tough break there as the Condor player looked to have a clean look at the net.
Humber does a really great job with resetting and switching the play and keeping Condors on their toes here.
Bennett, good pass there on the wing. They're going to give it right back to Bennett, and Bennett's shot is blocked in the box. And this time the play is called down. And that's been the problem for the Condors, that even though they do get the ball down, when they clear it, they only have one player there on offense. So the Humber Hawks, they're able to just swarm that one player and able to get the ball back.
Looks as they're keeping as many players back here to keep it as defensive play. It looks like they're not trying to create much offense here.
And it looks like that ball hit Rebecca Spratt on the hand. She tried blocking that one, taking a big hit there. So Mackey, arguably maybe the player to watch if you're a Condor. She's been doing a good job of setting up her own shots and setting up plays for her teammates. Phillip to Bennett. Bennett, good move there.
Great play. Really created a great opportunity.
And they had Kanhoto. She had a good look. And she was able to get the shot off right outside the box, but it goes over the crossbar again.
Seems as the wind's taking the ball a little higher than they expected.
And that's also what we mentioned at the top of this broadcast. Some tough weather conditions. There's a possibility that it might rain. So definitely got to be careful of that. Kanhoto, she looked to have come up with the ball there. Now here come the Condors, led by number 7, Kennedy Schmaltz. And the Condors, it was the first time they were able to get it deep into Humber's end, but they end up just turning it over. So here come the Hawks now on the counterattack. Maybe this could help open things up for them. Here's Zanardi. And 2 players now on Zanardi, so she's going to have to force to pass it. Couldn't do so in time, so the Condors now get the ball, but good job by Spratt fighting there for the ball. Zanardi also in the middle of that frenzy, so she ends up getting the foul called on her, so she got carried away there and she ends up getting a yellow card for that.
Condors here going to try and see if they can switch the play and maybe create some offense.
And they do so with that pass to Brianna Senfer. And Senfer, she was looking for number 11, that's Anthony Alexander, the second-year player from London, Ontario.
They're going to switch the play here, which is keeping the Condors on their toes, as it seems as though many of them are staying back defensively.
So Condors now just pushing some players up forward this time. But Fiore, she's going to continue just playing it out the box. No real threats for her. Bennett now. Good deke there, gets around Wharton. Spratt shot goes right towards the net, but Kylie, she has the backtrack there and she gets the save.
Right idea by Humber. Just take as many shots as you can on net and see better opportunities than not taking any shots here. Condors seem to pick up the pressure on Humber here.
And Amy Lintak, she made a good run there. Just couldn't keep up with the play. So Fiore gonna look to settle things down here. And the Hawks are gonna go back on the attack again. This time led by Piazza. Her pass was blocked midfield. Goes right back to Phillip. And a lot of pressure there on Zanardi, so it forces a turnover.
Switching the play again, which is a great idea here because it looks like most of the Condors were on the other side of the field.
And here's Humber trying to take advantage. That was number 12 for the Condors, Nicole Noose Elder. And here come the Condors. Let's see if they could get something going themselves. Good defensive play there by Humber, though. And now it's Humber back on the attack again. We've seen a lot of Condors player putting a lot of pressure on Zanardi. That time none placed. So Mackey's able to get a pass off to Bennett. And unfortunately for Humber, it skips over Bennett's leg and goes right back to the Condors, but they have to try to track the ball down and attempt to keep it in bounds. They just end up hitting it. So a throw in for Humber. And Pelletier will take that. Humber in a good position for this throw in. They might be able to get a cross off Phillip. Zanardi, she heads it. And here's Spratt. Again, Spratt with a good pass there. Humber with a good shot. Kylie has to make the diving save. And they're going to keep it from going out of bounds. Looks like, oh, they almost did.
It's a great give and go there in the box. They really created a good opportunity. And it's very unlucky, but...
And those are the two Spratt sisters, Rachel and Rebecca. Here's Rachel Spratt to Piazza. Zanardi, she was trying to make a play on that ball, but the Condors ends up clearing it right back out.
Humber's really putting the pressure on. They're still keeping it in the Condors' end here.
And they're going to do so with Pelletier, but she just ends up losing it. That was a good deke there by Senford to get past Pelletier. And Janone, she had some pressure on her as Kennedy Schmaltz was tailing her. Good pass there by Fiore, the long kick, allowing Humber to get the ball on the other end of the field, but again, we see this time and time again, the turnovers. As soon as Humber, they find themselves in a good position, they just end up giving it away at opportune times. That time, Mackey could not get a hold of it, so the Condors with possession. Sanford, the long throw in there to Athena Alexander. She just ends up heading it out. Mackey was also in the middle of that one, so Humber getting the ball right back, resetting with Piazza, sending it to Janone.
Humber's doing a really good job with the possession in the middle. They're trying to create and open up some opportunities here.
And Canhoto gave it to Piazza. Piazza almost turned it over. Zanardi, good job there. And Canhoto almost turns it over herself. Humber still with the ball. Condors continue pressing the action, though. Long shot there. Not much on that one.
Yeah, nice try there. Good opportunity to just keep taking shots on net.
And this Conestoga team, they average 18 shots per game, but haven't been able to get their offense going. So it is the Humber defense maybe just shutting down this team. Of course, we did mention the Condors look to just be playing a defensive game here as well.
Humber once again switching the play, which is a good job there. Seems like they like the left side of the field.
Piazza, and she just kicks it off with her left foot and may have taken a deflection off a Condor player, so it could be a corner kick. Yes, it is. So Humber with a corner kick, and it'll be Haley Mackey, second-year player from Waterloo.
Seems as though they're gonna try and get into the back post here, or in front of the box, to try and see if they can get ahead on it.
And Zanardi, she's going to make her run in the middle. Ends up going nowhere near any of the Humber players, but they do get the ball back as it's headed out the box. And Spratt looked to have made a pass there, but of course just goes straight to the goalkeeper. Just a bit too much on that pass for Rachel Spratt. As we head into our 41st minute of this first half. Haley Mackey looking for some support. Pelletier gives it. And she's just going to also give it right back to the Condors.
Looks as though they're making the Condors tired here, chasing after the ball with this passing. They're really making the ball do more of the work here.
And Bennett almost got that one as the Condor player mistimed that, almost allowing Bennett to have a good chance at putting the ball in the back of the net. They're looking for Bennett again in the box. And here's Zanardi with some pressure. Good job there by Zanardi as it allows Piazza to get the ball back, allowing Humber to get their offense started, and a shot there, but a good save there by Kylie.
Right idea there. They seem to be able to find the give and goes there in the box. It's a little sneaky play there.
And even though Kylie did give the ball there right back to Humber on the throw, she's been doing a really good job, the first-year player from Peterborough, Ontario. And in fact, the Condor players have a pair of first-year goalkeepers. So it will be a goal kick, but it will be the midfielder, Brianna Senfer, who will be kicking this one. And lots of wind to deal with here, so these goal kicks don't really get down the field maybe as well as they have been in previous games. And Lintak now to Wharton. Lintak, she's going to try to make some room of herself. Mackey now has the ball. Give it to Bennett. As Bennett finds herself between two Condor players, so she gives it to Mackey, who has a little bit more space. Good deke there by Mackey. Pass it in the middle to Piazza. And that's Bennett who tried to make that drop pass to Zanardi.
Humber's really putting the pressure on right now.
Yep, the two forwards there, Bennett and Zanardi. Here's Spratt now. Oh, and her move is stopped there by the Condor player, and she ends up getting tackled. So a good defensive play there by Hannah Wharton. And we see Peter Mackey there animated there on the sidelines, trying to get his Condor team focused into this one, and that will do it for this first half. So 0-0. And not much going for both teams, though. The Hawks continuing to put pressure, and we'll see how that momentum will carry over into the second half, and we will see you guys shortly.
Yeah, replay is not working. Why? What happened? I don't know, it's just black. Oh, really? At least we're missing any goals. What? No. I'll have it. Yeah.
Hey!
Where's your jacket at?
What?
Why are you hocking over my shoulder like that?
I'm
I know, Jesus.
I'm standing!
Solid fifth. He's played well this year. Like his final scores up? Yeah. What man? 40? 420. Yeah, that's crazy. George 87. Yeah, because we were plus 20 today.
What did we beat them by today?
We won by 6 strokes. We had a team goal.
Oh, today you had a team on?
Yeah, we should.
What did they shoot?
So what did you done at plus 19? How did she be in the first round?
Oh, yeah. So how was that? I heard George was up to beating that.
Did you figure out how you're going to the sponsor?
Well, someday.
Plus 2.
They're like 30 minutes.
So you finished.
So what do you shoot?
You finished plus 4 on the back.
Parking though? Like, where is it?
I'm gonna park at the venue. I'm gonna play for
Wait, oh, are you going to Kentucky?
I don't know how it's gonna go.
Well, all
What is
together,
the
you're gonna like.
It's not good for two
It's-
kids.
I'm gonna end up double parking. That's the case. Out of desperation.
Steal my car, I don't care.
Yeah,
Speak up. Speak up. Fight through. Fight through. Okay. Hi, Tyler.
Because I don't have anything in.
No, but when you do that,
I never did that at work because I'm professional.
does he sign the scorecard? Remember we did this last year?
Yeah.
Put on Condors, CCAA champion. Oops.
Whoopsies! What do you shoot? 222. That ain't bad.
That's not bad. Couple championships, gold, silver, and gold.
Oh, it's okay. I mean, we could
I wonder if we're going to be team of the week. It's go.
Probably not.
No, it'll be Conestoga women's rugby team that went 2-2. But they were good girls. They had fun.
Hey, there's the St. Lawrence kid for not giving up on himself.
So
Well, the first week in rugby, the women's rugby or the team of the week was women's rugby for charity. They went 2-1, and they were +5. We went 3-0. We were +19.
Gotta divvy it up.
So the purple one broke.
The purple, that's a good one.
No, it's not new. Got it from the people.
Oh, that's the one we got.
They brought, yeah.
So it just.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I'm not at 9. I'm actually over. I'm here by 9:20.
Are the women still playing?
Just waiting on what they're not starting.
Man, I wish we were there right now. How sick is that? One stroke? See, Jordan finished 13 over. She's done. She got bronze locked up.
George,
Wait, unless, no, this girl's 12 over yet. Yeah, she's got bronze locked up.
that girl's 12 over now.
Yeah.
So what's the status? She's done.
Where's Addison?
Fourth place.
Brian, was it 120 or 140?
Oh, 140.
Was it 140?
Yeah, he shot 140. He shot 72 on the front. It's so embarrassing.
So Jordan got second.
I
mean, Jordan got third. Okay, it's okay.
Yeah, I was saying, I was like, there's no way in how I would ever shoot a 140 because I'd be disqualified before I got there. Like, I would have launched my clubs into the creek by then. Like, it's not even...
What's happening? Why are we taking forever?
It's actually more than I probably turn on. 0. Attendance is always 0 anyways.
27 people. You know what's bad when you sit on the calendar?
No one keeps it. Yeah, well, they don't even keep track of it.
I can walk around with a clicker.
That's what I mean. They should, but it's always 0. Go through every single box score, 0. No one has ever attended a game.
Okay, well, I'm
OCAA
gonna like
history.
go out there and just get like
Wait behind closed doors. Did it really happen?
My God.
You can play the breeze thing. There's no breeze over here?
it's like a song over there. He's like,
Oh, isn't that good? But you're not even cold over it?
yeah, and then I'm warm now.
Oh.
That's what happens
I'm
when
warm.
you're sick.
It wasn't supposed to be cold. It was just supposed to rain. It could still rain.
What did you guys set up in my coach's house? Maybe we're on.
Oh, I thought it was automatic. It's not.
Francis, no top 5 results in OCAA tournaments.
So I'm still waiting for the quotes. Asked again today.
For what?
What season quote?
Okay, well,
Make it up then.
yeah, don't even use them. Fuck those guys.
I make them up.
What, the quotes?
Jimmy makes everything up there.
I actually
Like
interviewed a
that.
person once.
I make up the quotes.
No, I interviewed Chad, the assistant coach of basketball. I literally interviewed him. I thought
Chad
that's what you
Newton?
did. Yeah,
I
because
just make up the
I saw
quotes.
you were like,
Yeah,
read
no,
my
Jimmy's
recap.
got 35 years. He can do that. You
I
guys
actually,
can't do
yeah, no,
that.
I
Don't
actually
do
like,
that.
yeah, no, I went up to him, recorder and all.
Quotes?
Put the
I
phone.
make it sound more intelligent than they are.
Oh, that ruins everything.
No, he can do that stuff.
I know,
you guys can't.
but
Don't
that
listen
ruins,
to him.
that ruins the magic.
Well, some you can tell right up to.
No, I actually thought he interviewed like everyone.
So a lot of
Because that's why I'm like, oh, he has 35 years. He can just go up to approach anyone and be like, yo, send me a quote. Humber needs to score. That's what. Dude, Condors are playing straight Portugal style right now.
They're parking the bus. That's what they're
Exactly.
doing.
Portugal,
Parking the bus.
bro. This is how I play in FIFA World Cup though. When I get past when I get into the knockout stages, I just go straight for the penalty kicks. I just kick the ball out, be like, hope for penalty shootout. That's where I win it. That's where I win my games.
That's the worst way to win.
That's how I play. No, TSC actually goes attacks.
I meant like the other finals.
TSC is a lot better.
It's like when Canada plays Switzerland in hockey.
Oh, is that what they?
They just like trap the whole game. Man.
That's how you do it.
Same thing.
Yeah, it's amazing.
They don't have shot. They don't even have shot like attack.
Yeah, no.
It's actually probably
The closest they've been was like a run, like way out there. I don't even think they had the ball while it was in the box.
I actually prefer the camera being up there. Easier for
But I don't have to use the other extension cord.
no, you know. So you want to run 3 after this one?
What's up, Jimbo?
Just offer chocolate bar.
Chocolate bars, 'cause for one day. I just wish that this team like was lightning
Yes, I didn't make sure it was dead. Like dead for forever. So that's
Because I run out of ideas and then I just think,
No, you don't. You just say if the play's good. If you think the play's good, say you thought that was
then
good.
what if I didn't think it was good?
Then you say you didn't think it was good, and you say why you didn't think it was good, or you say why you didn't
I
think
know,
it
it's
was
exactly
good.
what I've been doing. I say the same things all the time. It's like annoying.
Good.
I just talk really well about Humber. Like I don't want to bash them.
It's called Omars. hear thunder, I'm gonna be like,
I'm done. I'm like these.
It's good for
No, just 60% chance.
there we go. At 9, I'm
How's
leaving.
that?
City takeover.
I'm out.
Take over? Yeah, bye.
See you guys at Rebel. I'll say that on the live stream.
We'll see ya.
I'll do play-by-play there.
What a mess. Someone's charger, so I'm gonna move. Yes, is this your charger? I can.
I'm a Penguins bandwagon.
I'm not a fan. I've always been a fan of them, no matter what.
Yeah, you're a fan when they drafted Sidney Crosby. I've been a fan since they won the Stanley Cup.
They won a lot of Stanley Cups, actually.
What was the first one? 09 or something? That was just
No, there's
Excuse me.
Was it like Detroit?
Pardon? Okay, thanks.
No, he's won 2.
Who?
How much has Stanley Cups has Sidney Crosby won? 2.
No, I'm pretty sure it's 3.
What?
Did you beat Detroit? That was in 09, wasn't it? Crosby, how
09.
much Stanley Cups has he?
No, he's won more than 2.
3, okay. He's won
lost
3.
to Detroit,
I
beat
told
Detroit,
you.
Okay, yeah,
and then they just
Back to back.
went back to back.
Yeah, bye.
but they beat Detroit in what, 09? That was 09.
Yeah.
Oh, 10, okay. So that's when you're a fan.
No, I've been a fan since the Condors won.
Because Barry Nelson
Yeah.
had like the trifecta.
You won to 3 straight, yeah.
I was right. The fuck.
He went from
I know my facts.
Chicago, yeah.
I'm hoping they win. I'm hoping they win again.
Who?
What is that angle? Hey.
Director's cut of the street.
Get it. Ugh. Here, I'll move this out of the way. Oh, we're on.
And so second half underway here. Both teams tied at 0-0. And we'll see in the second half if Conestoga is going to make any more adjustments. Of course, they were playing a very defensive style of a game here. And we'll see if in the second half they're going to try to play for the win or maybe continue just to hold on to the tie here. They have been doing a good job of not letting Humber just get any good looks. Of course, the Hawks had 8 attempted shots. 5 of them were on target. Conestoga had no shots and none, of course, being on target. So let's see what happens here as Humber, they play the ball on the other end of the field. Of course, both teams alternating sides. And it's Conestoga just kicking it right back down.
Looks as though they're giving some more pressure as they did in the first half here.
And Mackey. So that's number 8, Victoria Rodriguez. So she's coming into the game. So that's a switch for the Hawks. Of course, the last time these two teams played, Rodriguez actually ended up scoring in a 4-1 win for Humber. Of course, that game, Zanardi also chipped in 2 goals herself, along with Danielle Canhoto. Hasn't been that offensive onslaught in this one. And Mackey, her play into the box just ends up going past the goal line, so it will be a goal kick.
Looks as though Humber is first to the ball again, which is a good thing because they're going to get the possession back here.
And they'll do so with Rachel Spratt. Gives it to Zanardi. Gonna give it right back to Janone. Janone with a hard pass there. And here's Phillip. Good pass there, and here's Humber. Maybe they can get something going with Rodriguez now. The substitution to Rebecca Spratt. Her pass to Zoe Longsworth. Almost a goal there for Humber, but it's Kylie. Ends up cutting that one down. And, of course, Zoe Longsworth, another substitution who comes into the game for the Hawks in the second half.
The Hawks right now are a good possession game here again. They're really trying to create more opportunities, try and get more shots on net this half here.
And here's Longsworth. And good job by Humber now with Spratt. Spratt's shot just goes way up high. Could it go in? Oh, just goes right outside the post. Looked like that might have just sailed over the crossbar, but of course with the wind here, you never know which direction that ball is going to go to.
Humber first of the ball again, which is a great job here. They're trying to put more pressure on.
So the Condors ends up taking the ball off Rodriguez and just end up hitting it out of bounds. So Rachel Spratt's going to throw it in to Piazza. And of course Piazza, she scored that game-winning goal the last game for the Humber Hawks. And that was of course against Sheridan. Ended up scoring that goal in the 87th minute.
Humber's still keeping the pressure on here, doing a good job keeping the ball in the other zone here.
Rachel Spratt again. Good pass there to Longsworth. And Humber just can't get the ball when they make a play into the box. Mackey looking to pass it right into the box. And here's Piazza's long shot. That goes wide. So Piazza attempting to score in back-to-back games here. Might need another game winner. Given how this game is going, it could come down to the closing stages as well.
Good switch by the Condors here, the last minute switch up.
Here's Laura De Silva, that's number 14, but Phillip, good job of getting back and getting the ball back as well. And the Spratt sisters now. They're going to just end up playing the ball into the middle with Zoe Longsworth. You see Zoe Longsworth, that burst of speed, the fresh substitution.
We got great speed trying to get through. Was very unlucky, but keep trying, we'll get through eventually.
Phillip, good pass there across the field, but Rebecca Spratt could just not get a hold of that one. Piazza.
Great switch up there.
And the Condors get it right back. And Phillip, what a job she's been doing defensively. Keeping the ball on this end of the field. And also being able to just to play the ball out of her zone as well. Here comes Humber with Rodriguez. Makes a play into the box. Longsworth can't track it down. Condors clear out of desperation here. So the Humber going to get a throw-in as Taylor Thompson, number 16, is going to take it. Thompson throwing it right back to Phillip. To Mackey. Mackey's going to look to pass to Piazza, and she does. Piazza ends up getting the ball knocked off her feet. Humber still with the ball. Rachel Spratt to sister Rebecca Spratt. Mackey. Condors just not able to get much going off their counter attack. Not too many players ahead, but they're going to look for Amy Lintak. But Fiore going to play right outside the box there. The throw to Spratt and Humber. They're going to look to quickly turn it around themselves. Zanardi, she lost track of where the ball was. Ends up finding it, has possession of it, looking for Longsworth. Tough pass there, though. But still, the referee will call it back, and I believe it will be a foul called on the Condors, so Humber will take a free kick.
Might have another opportunity here to get in the box here. They might play a short pass here to the wing, see if they can kind of cross it in, or just gonna try and get it in the box here.
And it will be Julia Zanardi, the leading goal scorer for the Humber Hawks, taking this one. Long kick. Good job by Zanardi. And Humber almost getting the ball there. But what a kick there by Julia Zanardi. Got way up there, and it took a perfect curve. Almost getting right into the net off the free kick.
Humber's still not giving up here. They're still putting the pressure on. Doing a good job with keeping the ball in the opposing team's end.
Piazza. Long pass attempted for Thompson. Condors, they're going to kick it out again. But you see now with the Condors, they have Laura De Silva and Amy Lintak playing up the field. Of course, in the first half, it seemed like they had everyone at the back end. So Coach Peter Mackey for the Conestoga Condors giving some instructions to his teams as they have a free kick here. Will be taken by Brianna Senfer.
Looks as though she's trying to get it on the net there.
And you saw Senfer, she looked at the bench there, she's calling for a sub. Looks to have been a bit hurt on that kick. Maybe pulling something there, of course, just speculating for now. But she's gingerly running back.
Looks as though the Condors are trying to pick up the offensive part of the game here. But Humber's keeping it a possession game here.
So Rodriguez going to give it to Zanardi, who gives the pass to Phillip. Longsworth, good play there to Mackey. Well, let's see what Mackey can do with it. Has an opening, but Condor's doing a good job of getting back. And Senfer now, she comes up with it. Long kick there, looking for Lintak. Lintak's going to make a run for it. But Giannone playing some tough defense. Lintak still with the ball, though. Ends up just kicking it, and Fiore going to make an easy save there. Rodriguez now, as you see all the Condor players coming right back on defense.
Seems as though the Condors here are trying to find a way to get the ball through in a lane to the net here.
And we definitely see some more offensive output for the Condors. They definitely did not have much going. We did mention 0 shots throughout the entire first half, but here come the Condors with Kennedy Schmaltz. But Rebecca Spratt, good job of getting back there. that's Nicole McFatridge who's going to throw it in. And it looks like the Humber players, they believe they had possession of the ball. The referee making a change there, so Condors now still with possession and the throw in. Hawks ends up just trying to clear it out. McFatridge to, well, it looks like she was trying to pass it there. The Hawks end up intercepting it, and now they have possession of the ball. Oh, good move there by Rodriguez. And Lintak, the only offensive player for the Condors there, so an easy play there by Fiore, riding out of the net and making a play on it. So the Hawks on the counterattack now.
Condors here are really taking the pressure on here. They're really keeping Humber on their toes. It's a back and forth game.
And there'll be a foul called on Rodriguez there as he tried to receive that pass from Rebecca Spratt. Schmaltz keeping up with the play after she threw it in, but Humber now with the ball. Rodriguez passing to Longsworth. They have Piazza also open on the wing. Longsworth just trying to get past a few more Condor players. Had a clean shot for Rodriguez, but just could not make a good attempt out of that one.
Good pressure by the Humber team here. Just unlucky with the shot.
Of course, Victoria Rodriguez has 3 goals for this Humber team. In fact, 4 players on this Humber Hawks roster have that same total. And given the play with Zanardi, of course, she has 9 goals herself. The Hawks have a lot of offensive weapons, but good job by the Condors just to quiet them. Rachel Spratt throws it into Rodriguez. Looking for Longsworth. Longsworth going to try to deke out another player there. Good pass there to Rebecca Spratt. And they had Rodriguez open again. She falls down in the box. No penalty call there. And now it's the Condors on the counterattack, led by Lintak, one of their leading goal scorers. But now Phillip gets the ball. Good defensive play there, but she ends up turning it over. Gets up getting it right back. Was putting on pressure towards Schmaltz, but Schmaltz with the ball. And 2 players almost colliding there. Is Schmaltz and Rachel Spratt.
Humber's doing a good job with getting open for those throw-ins and trying to switch the field here.
And they do so with Haley Mackey's pass to Piazza. Piazza's long pass to Rodriguez. Rodriguez switches to her left. Mackey with a quick pass. Rebecca Spratt having some pressure. She gives it up to Mackey. Mackey, is she going to make another play on it? She does. Just too much on that one as it curves right past the net. Goalkeeper lays off that one, so the Condors will take the ball for a goal kick. So in the 63rd minute here, both teams still tied 0-0.
Both teams are really putting the pressure on here. It's like a totally different game here in the second half.
Rodriguez now. And fortunately for her, her shot was blocked there. And she didn't have a good look off it. So the Hawks now, they're going to look to capitalize here, catching a break with a corner kick now.
Seeming to put in a lot of the team in the box here to try and pop one in.
And with the way the offense is going for Conestoga, maybe one goal is all the Humber Hawks need. And especially given their strong defensive play, as we mentioned, only allowing 3 goals this year.
Nice try there. The other team just seemed to get another head on it there, so we're going to have another corner kick here.
So corner kick will be taken once again by Giannone, one of the premier defenders on this Humber team. Lots of action there in the middle, but Kylie ends up corralling that one. She ends up just drop kicking her right to Humber. Didn't let her team just push forward. So Humber now, they're right back on it.
Condors here have really changed their game this half. It's more of trying to create more opportunities.
And we've seen Haley Mackey. She had a couple of good runs. Has had a few shot attempts. And has been doing a good job on offense. But Humber, of course, have no goals to show for it. And that time the header also wide. So the Hawks still continue to press the action here. And we will have a substitution. It'll be Gregory coming into the game for Schmaltz. But Kennedy Schmaltz, the third-year player from Cambridge, she's been doing an excellent job for the Condors. Rodriguez forced to dive at that one, just couldn't come up with a good play there. And they're going to whistle the play down as a Condor player is on the field, and the referee is going to call for the athletic trainer. So the trainer attending that Condor player. Not quite sure who it is. I do believe it might be number 8, Brianna Senfer. We did mention she did look towards the bench there, and she did ask to be taken out of the game as she was gingerly walking earlier. And this time looks like she just cannot be playing through that injury any longer. She's going to be helped off the field here. And so the Condors are forced to make another substitution. be Autumn Hayes, the first-year player from Cambridge, Ontario, the striker. And that's a tough break for the Condors, as Sanford, one of the better players on this team, has 4 goals early on in this season. So we resume play, and it will be Kylie with the huge kick here towards Autumn Hayes, the player who just checked into the game. Spratt to Longsworth. Right back to Rebecca Spratt, who's going to give it right back to Longsworth, and some give and go here. And it's just been Humber. They just have been struggling just to get the ball deeper into the zone. So they give it up at a costly time there.
They've been doing well with these give and goes and these plays, just been a little unlucky.
So we're 69 minutes into this second half here. Hawks doing everything they can to get on the board. And what a job there by Lintak. 2 players were on her. She still was able to get that pass. And you saw Autumn Hayes there trying to run that one down. And it was almost kept in play there by Gregory. Of course, she also subbed into this game a few minutes earlier.
And they're still doing a great job of switching the play here. They're really trying to open up the other side of the field.
Zanardi with the ball now. Good job by the Condors. Just making life a bit more difficult for Julia Zanardi. Hasn't been able to get her offense going in this one. Spratt looking to make the cross. Humber still looking for the ball there. And they're going to end up calling a foul. And I believe it will be on Victoria Rodriguez. No, excuse me, it will be on Julia Zanardi. Mackey.
She does a really good job with not panicking and carrying the ball until she can find an opening.
Yeah, she's been doing a great job all game long. Really had some good runs for Humber. And as we mentioned, just also setting up some nice plays here. A long shot. Just hits the top of the net. Haley Mackey almost catching Kylie there off guard. And that long, the shot there. Just looking for anything to get this offense going, Humber. With just under 20 minutes to go in the second half. And a mistake there as Rodriguez gets the pass off the goal kick. She gets tripped down. Should be a foul call. And no foul. Very surprising call there. The Humber team not happy about that one. Mackey. Let's see what else she can do. Longsworth now. And the Condors again just going to clear out. Autumn Hayes gets pushed in the back there by Janone. So good physical play there by Janone.
passing game today here, seen by Humber.
Rebecca Spratt gets cut off there by number 12 of the Condors, Nicole Newselder. Humber now get the ball back, I should say. Zanardi, not sure what she was doing there. May have been a pass, but nevertheless just goes right out of bounds. Now we saw the Hawks get the ball right back off this goal kick. Able to get a good chance off it. Let's see what happens here. They're going to say the ball just hit Mackie's hand, and Mackie, she's frustrated with the referee on that one. And the Hawks players, they just must be frustrated themselves. Continuing to fire away here. But the Condors, they just seem to be set with their pace defensively.
Humber's had a tough game here with trying to get the balls in the net here, but they're still not giving up.
With Rebecca Spratt, she is definitely not giving up on that one. Getting past the Condor player, Rodriguez, long shot there. And Spratt, she has a good look there. And that one goes just above the net as well. But after Rodriguez shot it, it went right back to Rebecca Spratt. And the second year forward, what a good look she had. Humber, they're inching closer and closer for that goal. About 15 minutes left in this second half, though. So they definitely need to get something going in a hurry here.
Seems as both teams here are still not giving up. Both putting the pressure on each end of the field here.
And you saw Rachel Spratt there. She was charging towards Lintak. Lintak still had the ball, but Spratt ends up picking it. Kylie having some trouble with that one. And it's going to be a corner kick for Humber. So it looks to be Kylie. She looked to have the ball completely controlled in her hands, but ends up just slipping.
This could be a key opportunity here to get the lead.
That was also, as you mentioned, Sydney, just if you're a Humber team here, just throw some shots on the net. You never know what can happen. That time it lets them get a corner kick. And it was Piazza who's going to give it right back. And here comes the cross now. Mackey was in the middle of that one. Are they going to say it's a corner kick here? And no, they're going to say it's a goal kick.
That was a nice try there. Great ball through, just unlucky.
So the wind picking up here along with the rain. You wonder if that's having any effect on this Humber team, though. And a substitution, and a good sign there as Schenfer comes back into the game. Of course, she was carried off the field due to an injury, and she's going to check in for Gregory. Piazza. Rodriguez now gets past two defenders, comes up with a good shot. What a save there by Michelle Kiley.
Seems as though she gives some rebounds there to try and follow up and get the tap in.
And Kiley redeeming herself on that one. And she's come up big for the Condors. Autumn Hayes, she gets tackled down near the out-of-bounds line. Gets up, looks to be okay though. So it would actually be a foul call, so it will be a free kick. And it'll be to the player who came right back into the game, Brianna Senfer.
Looks like the Condors are really wanting this, so they're putting more pressure on.
Nicole McFatridge's throw was to Lintak, and they're going to give it right back to her. What a job there by Rebecca Spratt. Just bursting right into there. She almost had the ball there and almost had a good look at the net. Genone's pass to Fiore. Yeah, they're going to call a foul there. No, it looks a no call there. Autumn Hayes getting hit on the play again. And they're going to call a foul on that one, and it'll be on the Condor. So Humber are going to have the free kick.
See if they can get it in the box here. This could be a crucial point to get a goal here.
And they had a chance right there. Condors end up getting the block. And a bit of commotion on the play now, as I believe the referee actually called for a foul. So Zanardi, she gets the ball, and that might be the effect of the rain there, as Kylie, she's having some trouble just holding on to the ball.
Yeah, like her gloves could be a little wet there, not as sticky. Looks as though Humber is still not giving up there. Rain or shine, they're still putting the pressure on.
And here's Rebecca Spratt. And Coach Peter Mackey letting the linesman hear it. He was not happy with that drop ball call. As Humber, they were able to get the ball right back. Mackey! Her long distance shot. She finally gets it to go. We've been saying all game long what a job she's been doing offensively. And Haley Mackey comes up big in the 81st minute, I should say, in the second half.
Yeah, she's, as you were saying, she's crucial to this whole game of making plays and everything, so this was just the cherry on top, I guess.
And not only that, Haley Mackey gets her first goal of this season, and it couldn't have come at a better time for the Humber Hawks. And they're not letting up here. They're still going hard, maybe trying to look to get another goal. But what a shot there by Haley Mackey, well outside the box.
Seems as though Humber's now going to play more of a passive game here and trying to keep the ball away from the Condors here so that they don't try and get a goal.
So it looks like the Hawks there might be reverting to the Condors play style here, just more defensively focused. And it looked like the Condors there may have just able to get the draw that seemed like they were looking for. But Haley Mackey, what a goal. Zanardi
seems like Humber is still trying to play offensive as well, as being a defensive team now.
And we're going to have a substitution. Konoto is coming right back into the game for the Hawks. She was subbed out prior to the start of the second half. And also a substitution for the Condors. It will be Kennedy Schmaltz. She'll be coming right back into the game as well. So Konoto comes into the game for number 12, Julia Zanardi. And it'll be Autumn Hayes who will be coming right back out for the Condors.
Humber is now going to waste some time here.
So we see the experience of a high elite team here. That one almost going into the net as well. As we mentioned, Piazza, she had the game-winning goal against Sheridan in the 87th minute. And this time it's Haley Mackey who may end up getting the game-winning goal here in the 81st minute. So this Humber team definitely comes up big in those clutch situations. Rachel Spratt to Konoto. Mackey, nice touch there back to Konoto, but the Condors get possession of the ball. Both teams just kicking it around there, neither coming up with possession. Konoto ends up tripping Wharton on the play, and she will pick up a foul for that.
Seems as the Condors are not going to give up here on this game. Looks like they're putting more pressure on.
And the Condors, they've been shut down offensively as well. Average about 2.86 goals per game. Phillip, she's just going to clear it all the way down to Kylie. So we're heading to the 86th minute.
Nobody ever actually listens.
Humber's doing a great job with not letting Condors get the ball here.
And Rodriguez was tangled up around that Condor player there. They're going to just say play on here as we head into the closing minutes of this game. Condors playing with some more desperation. You definitely can see it now. And look at Haley Mackey taking on 3 Condor players. What an effort by her. Not only showcasing her offensive skills, but defensive skills. And watch out, here's Amy Lintak. We mentioned her 5 goals lead this Condor team.
So the Condors are hoping that they might get a chance here.
So they're going to have to throw it in here. Condors just going to look to get a shot on the net. Good job there, yep, by Rebecca Spratt. Kylie just going to quickly throw in. Longsworth almost making her pay for that. to Zoe Longsworth. She wanted a foul on that place. Lots of pressure now from the Condors, but Humber, they're keeping up with it. So the Condors are going to have to throw it in near their goal line, and Humber almost getting a goal there.
Yeah, they do really well with the throw-in, so they take action faster so that they keep the other team there on your toes.
And it definitely doesn't allow this team to set up, that is the Condors, I should say. And they've been struggling now just to get the ball out of their zone. Wasn't the case in the first half. Here's Conhoto, good run from her. Gets the ball cleared, but Piazza heads it right back down to Mackey. So almost in the 90th minute here. Wasn't too many stoppages, so not much extra time should be placed.
Give it to her. Step up.
And that ball is going to almost go out of bounds, it seems. Nope. Now it does. And we head to the 90th minute. And the referee says 2 minutes of extra time. So expect the Condor players just to go all out here and push everyone up the field. Humber just needs to do a good job of just passing the ball around and get away from them.
Yeah, they're going to try and stall here for the keep it in the Condors' end.
And they do a good job of that, just clearing it right back out. You see Rebecca Spratt there playing between two players. Good job by Mackey.
Great ball there.
And no call there. Both players go down. Rodriguez still has control of the ball. Rodriguez now with a good run. She ends up slipping on that time. And it might be a case of just the rain. But it looked like Rodriguez had a clean look at the net as well. Condors just have under a minute here. Piazza. To Conhoto. To Rachel Spratt. To Rebecca Spratt. Good job by Rebecca Spratt. As we are almost in the 92nd minute here. And the Condors, they just need to get the ball out of the zone, or else referee will call a stop to this one. Here's Amy Lintak. Good job by Giannone. Once again, Giannone. Good defensive play by her. She does get the foul there. Nope, they're going to say that's game. So good job by Humber. It was a tough competitive game, but the Hawks, they go 7-0. And the Conestoga Condors, they fall to 3-5. And of course, the men's team, they'll be playing at approximately 6:30 p.m. So you want to stick around for that one. But good job by the Humber Hawks as Haley Mackey gets the game-winning and only goal for Humber. So from my broadcast partner, Sydney Jackson, along with Mo Khosrowshahi, we will see you shortly.